Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I am doing art around the world, and it is the month of October, which means I am doing the Philippines. And today I wanted to talk about weaving. Now I am going to be showing you photos from a webpage called the Textile Atlas, and all the photos are credited to designcenter.ph. So let's get started. I will link a couple articles about all the different amazing weaving styles and techniques because there are so many in the Philippines that are just amazing that I could dedicate months to each one. But today I wanted to talk about my personal favorite, and this one is called Piña. And Piña is a traditional fiber made from the leaves of a pineapple plant. I know. Look, I know. This is absolutely amazing. Just wait for it, okay? See the hand pulling and cutting? Okay. So, we have to talk a little bit about the history and how this happened. So the Philippines has a long-standing history of weaving fabric from plant fibers. So here's kind of what happened. The Philippines are, pineapples are indigenous to South America. And during the Spanish colonial era, which took place from 1565 to 1898, pineapples were introduced to the islands. So if you'd like to know more actually about the colonization of the Philippines, I will link a great comprehensive history from Wikipedia. They have a really good one that is worth checking out and reading if you are interested in more aspects of history. So this is sort of what happens. This pineapple is called the Red Spanish because they came over from the Spanish. And these pineapples aren't very sweet, and they grow in sandy clay soil, and they take about 18 months to reach maturity. Now, I've read multiple articles, and some say they grow best in the shade, and others say they grow better in open fields. So I'm not really sure because both have photos linked showing each one. But spiny leaves grow up to 2 meters, which is 6.5 feet tall. And after a year from planting, 3 to 5 leaves are cut from each plant. So that's what this photograph is right here, is they're taking the really long leaves from this tiny pineapple type plant. And basically the process of piña weaving can be completed in 5 stages. So the first stage or step is to harvest the mature leaves and strip them from their outer coating using a blunt instrument. And I've seen stones used for this, and I've seen coconut shells work for this too. So this would be sort of the green epidermal layer taken off from the fiber plant in this photo. So the second stage would be to extract the 2 different grades of fibers from these leaves. So there is a coarse, thicker fiber that is found in here, and that is used to make string and twine. And then there's the thinner fiber called linawan or washout, and that is extracted from the leaf after vigorous scraping, and that's what's used to make fabric. So let me find, I think this photo is absolutely stunning, this photo right here. So from here, the green epidermal layer is washed away, like step 3, and it leaves a white opaque threads. Step 4 would sort of be, and this involves the craziest thing I've ever heard, hand knotting and trimming the fibers. So if you can imagine what level of patience, detail, and dexterity it would take to hand knot and trim fibers to create one long seamless filament. And then this filament is warped and spun onto spools. And then the final stage of the process is weaving, which is done on an upright 2-threadle loom. So there are tons of videos of folks talking about this and doing this, and I will link a ton of videos. I will link a ton of articles. Once the finished fabric is done, it's translucent and kind of stiff, so sometimes silk or polyester is mixed in to make scarves and traditional clothing. And at this stage, traditional hand embroidery called collado can be added. And this really took off. So because of how delicate and intricate the Piña woven garments were, they became a luxury export worn by European aristocracy in the 18th and 19th centuries. So there was like a baptismal gown for King Alfonso VIII, a handkerchief for Princess Alexandria of Denmark, and a petticoat and undergarments for Queen Victoria. And the list of this keeps going, of all the different folks they made outfits and clothing for. Now this is a traditional shirt worn by men using this type of pineapple leaf. So as of today, Calibo Aklan is the oldest and main manufacturer of the Piña cloth in the Philippines, and they export to North America and Europe. And in the last 20 years, there has been a huge revival of this weaving method. So in 1996, the Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, APEC, was held in the Philippines, and world leaders wore clothing made from piña. In 2018, the National Commission for Cultural and Arts began the process of nominating piña weaving into the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage list. Now, as of 2022, this year, there is a new product on the market, and it's called Piñatex. And this has been sort of announced and created by Dole Pineapple. If you're not familiar with Dole Pineapple, they are in the United States. They have plantations in Hawaii. And they're trying to make a pineapple fiber leaf product that is a vegan type leather. It's an alternative to leather. So Piña is inspiring other countries to move towards like eco-friendly, sustainable practices. This product, this weaving, this whole thing just keeps inspiring and keeps creating, and other companies, other things and other ideas, like they're building off of this original idea. And one, can I just say that weaving from pineapple leaves, like whoever thought of this is a genius. I know that there was like a traditional weaving they did that was very similar, using a specific type of banana leaf. And that may be where it sort of transferred over to pineapple leaf. You can see she is scraping to get those fibers. This is a very intensive product. When I watched and listened to videos of these artisans and these weavers talk about the process, they talked about how hard it was on their hands. Like, it is a very painstaking, it is a labor of love. And I just think that the fibers, the finished products, are absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And I just wanted to share this with you because fabric made of pineapple is just the most amazing thing that I've read this week. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.